Nauryz, Nauryz or Navroz. At the end of March, people with Turkic and Persian heritage celebrate the largely secular holiday called Nauryz, which is the Persian New Year according to the solar calendar. The holiday is celebrated between 3 to 11 days and comes from Zoroastrianism. 300 million people from the Middle East to the Balkans and from Central Asia to the Caucasus share the tradition. However, there is almost no information about Nauryz celebrated in Central Asian countries. Most people know Nauryz from Iranian traditions. In Central Asia, during the Soviet ruling, Nauryz was marked as a relic of the past by the Soviet authorities and was restricted for almost 70 years. Nevertheless, after 1991, when the USSR collapsed and countries gained their independence, the traditions of the celebration began to return to Central Asia. So, how do Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan celebrate Nauryz? Common traditions during Nauryz include receiving guests in the house, decorating the table, visiting relatives, and wearing national clothes. Nevertheless, celebrations vary by country.
So in Kazakhstan, Nauryz is a very big celebration, and I would say it's one of the main ones in our culture. In cities and villages, people build yurts, so our traditional dwellings. They invite people from the streets to get some food like plov or beshparmak, which is dough and horse meat. The big thing about Nauryz is that it's the beginning of the new year. So you need to see your relatives, you need to see your friends, so you might invite them to your house or go to their house to try their food and say, oh, kuktem todo, which means, oh, the spring has been born. One of the biggest traditional dishes that is made during Nauryz is Nauryz koje. So it consists of 7 food elements such as milk, meat, oil, rice, raisins, and corn.
In Kyrgyzstan, the month of March is named Nauryz. The traditions and food are very similar to the Kazakh ones. They also share horse competitions such as Kokbar and Atshabush. In Turkmenistan, the most important spectacle is the races of the famous Turkmen Ahal-Teke horses. In Tajikistan, Nauryz is also called Gulgardon. It is a tradition where on March 21st, children and teenagers go to the hills and mountains, collect snowdrops, and distribute them, spreading the news of the arrival of spring. A mandatory attribute is goat fighting and national wrestling competitions. In Uzbekistan, the main dish on Nauryz is of course pilaf. There are multiple athletic competitions held, such as rope walking and arm wrestling, where the strongest young man is selected to take a part. Both Tajikistanis and Uzbekistanis worship fire by playing games and performing with it. Jumping over the fires, they wish by nature a plentiful harvest and seek protection from evil spirits and genies.